Welcome to the second episode of Dream Matches with Dude, your immaculate host, who happens to come up with this hard-hitting matchup just out of the blue, because there was a time that I was a fan of of one of these competitors. And I am still a fan of the other competitor. So, I would like to introduce to you a dream match that you didn't think that you wanted, but now you want to see it. You want to kind of see it. Pentagon Romero versus the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. Now, before you go off and say, wait, what sense would that make? They don't even... Let's think about this for a second, okay? Let's really think about it. You have Pete Dunne, who's known for his brutal, very unconventional methods of attacks. And you have the most unpredictable of Penta. That is a match made. That is worthy of being on a pay-per-view match. The rivalry, the reasoning behind it will be simple. Pete Dunne is a very, very game person to challenge anybody. He's up to challenge anybody to prove his might, to prove that I'm strong, to prove that I am the Bruiserweight, I'm the toughest son of the gun that ever walked this planet. Somebody step up. Who's someone that proves that he's a tough son of a gun no matter what situation is? And that Penta comes out. No. Let's do it like this. Penta, you see a simple logo. You don't even know what it is at first. Then it starts to clear up, and you see this. This. And you want to hear a pop? You hear a pop come from the NXT crowd, blows the world, blows up the whole arena. Now, he's on the screen when he does this. He is behind him and hits Pete Dunne with a backstabber to begin with. Then is about to put him in the fear factor. But he escapes. Pete Dunne gets out of there. Gets pulled away by Oni Lorcan. Now, since Pete Dunne is running with the crew, I would bring in Ray Phoenix, but this is Penta's fight. Penta enjoys this type of the odds stacked against him. So Penta is going to systematically take out every single member of the not faction of Pete Dunne and his boys. So, of course, Penta, being as smart as he is going to take out the biggest and strongest first. So he takes out the strong guy that almost killed Johnny Gargano that one match. So so Penta takes him out in the match, and then we're gonna take a little bit of Penta Black into play with this one. I want Penta Black from Lucha Underground to be a part of this one, where he does the move Sacrifice, where he takes the arm, wow, takes out Big Boy out of the picture. Oney Lorcan is next on the list, of course. Of course, Oney Lorcan is next on the list. Oney Lorcan comes in, rushing in the match, trying to take Penta out really early. But Penta is aware. So he's taking his time, making Oney Lorcan lose a little bit of steam, and he does his systematic attacks on Oney. Does some amazing high-flying bullcrap on Oney. Oney has no chance and gets put in the fear factor. Then the sacrifice takes his arm out. Boom. Oney Lorcan is on the shelf for a minute. Leads up to Pete Dunne. Now, it's not going to be like right into a match type of thing. No. Pete Dunne has to get back at Penta somehow. So he does. He attacks him from behind after his match against Oney, after his sacrifice on Oney, and he comes at him with his steel chair, beats him with said steel chair, and poses over him because he's the Bruce Wayne. So, he's asserting his dominance. Now, let's take about a couple of weeks later. We get word backstage that Pete Dunne and his boys are back at 100%, but it seems to be a bit of a situation that it's not going. What we're watching is old footage. See, and it keeps replaying them walking backstage and down the same. We started noticing that it's them walking down the same aisle, the same walkway, the same people we walk past. Then the screen scrambles big, goes static, comes back. Got Oney Lorcan beat down, Pete Dunne beat down, and Big Guy beat down. Okay. And then you see Penta look into the camera. Zero. Metal. Just real simple. And I'm like, and you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? Yeah. Next week, Penta is in the middle of the ring. Of course, he has his translator waiting for him. He has his boy. He has his translator coming out, getting in Pete Dunne's face. All right, cool. And Pete Dunne comes out. They have a face-to-face before their actual official match because William Regal said so. All right, they have the official match. The sign-in. They have the sign-in for that match. And of course, any type of contract signing ain't gonna go well. Come on, it's gonna break out into a brawl. We know this. It's an enjoyable formula. All depends on who does it right. So anyway, Pete Dunne signs it. Penta, hesitant, but he signs it and shoves the contract in Pete Dunne's face. Pete Dunne's riled up. Security is holding him back. Penta is riled up and security is holding him back. And Penta is just messing with, just in his head at this point. Then we get to the match. At a takeover. We get a match. Get this match. And it is going to be one of the most technical, beautiful, brutal matches that we've ever seen. No weapons really involved. No weapons involved. Just a technical fight. Just a fight. And it's going to be back and forth, back and forth. Now the ending is going to lead to Oni and then the big guy. I'm sorry if I don't know his name, because he just if he doesn't give me memorable vibes, I'm not going to remember him. That's it makes sense. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Anywho, so comes out, both of the boys come out, right, and try to get involved in the match. Penta ain't having it. Penta is aware that he's around it. So the advantage gets away from Penta because he's distracted by the outside interference. Pete Dunne takes advantage of it and is about to put him in the bitter end. That bitter end turns into a backstabber. How? Well, when he has him in the pump handle position, picks him up, and then as he's in the air, he goes behind the back and pulls him down for the backstabber. And in that moment, you see Oni get on the top. He gets super kicked in the stomach. And then you get the big guy on top, and he gets super kicked in the face. And it gives Penta enough time to position him for the fear factor. Puts Pete Dunne in the set fear factor. 1, 2, 3. Penta beats Pete Dunne in one of the most beautiful matches that we've ever seen. One of the most amazing, spectacular matches that we've seen in a long time. I will give it 5 stars. If I was so egotistical in the rating system, 5 stars. No, I will give it 1,100 stars. No, scratch that. I will give it an whole galaxy of stars. No, but anyway, guys, what do you think of the possibility of Pete Dunne? What do you think of the dream match that I put out there of Pete Dunne versus Penta? What and how would you make it? How would you turn it about? Would you involve Rey Fenix and the return of Pac to WWE? Would you involve the Death Triangle? Would it just be Pete Dunne alone versus Penta alone? Would it be a 3-on-3 affair, or would it be just a 1-on-1 affair, or would it be 1 against 3 affair like I did? But would you do it differently than what I did? That's a lot of dids that I did. Anyway, I want you to like, subscribe, and I want you to especially comment. I want you to comment and give me your ideas. Give me a possible dream match that I would love to break down. I would like to get your ideas of dream matches between WWE stars versus AEW stars versus Impact stars. And since I'm limited on the knowledge of New Japan, New Japan stars, I mean, you guys can give me suggestions on who I should look up, and then we can possibly get some matches, some other dream matches probably going on. So, with that said, this has been Dude. And guys and gals, I really enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing this episode, especially because it just gets me more and more excited about pro wrestling. And the possibilities are limitless at this point. As much as people saying that, pro wrestling is dying and you should, people in your age bracket should not be watching wrestling. But you also shouldn't be smoking weed. So, it depends. Only depends. Like, why don't you worry about worry about yourself and what makes you happy, and I'll worry about what makes me happy. Okay, we can be happy about the things that we're happy about. How about that? How about we enjoy what we want to enjoy? With that said, boys and girls, guys and gals, this has been Dude. Much love. Peace.